So, Black Ops 4 Zombies. I don't even know where to begin. Okay, I said in the last video that I wanted to separate how I felt between multiplayer and zombies and, split the videos, and I've done that. So, how do I feel about zombies? Honestly, I haven't been much more hyped for zombie game mode in a fairly long time. I'm a lot more excited for it than I was for Black Ops 3's, and that's saying something. I was really anticipating Black Ops 3's zombies mode. It was one of the most anticipated things for me when the game was coming up for release, because the amount of people that I had that had the game early and were showing me videos of Shadows of Evil, I believe this was a month early. I think that's when the first leak for Shadows of Evil happened. It was a full month early. And I don't mean leaks as in achievements and that. I mean full gameplay leaks. This was from round 1 to 10. These leaks were insane. And the game looked really promising. And obviously Shadows of Evil has gone down as a fan favorite map. Rightfully so, it's a fun map. But I'm more anticipating this game. And I do expect the same thing will happen, where we'll get a bunch of leaks before the game's even a week away. I think maybe a month away we'll get some leaks, some snippets of gameplay here and there, which will be really interesting. But like I said, I am anticipating zombies this year so much. I love what Treyarch have done. They've done so many good things and made so many good decisions for the game mode this year that it's honestly mind-blowing. Okay? So I'm going to separate this video and another video that I'm going to do, which is going to be touching upon Blood of the Dead. I don't want to touch upon that yet, because that's to me, that's old news. Okay, I knew this was everyone knew this was going to happen. We knew a Mob of the Dead remake or remaster or even remake was going to happen in some way, shape, or form. And now that we know it's happening, I'm going to push it to the side for the minute. As much as I really want to talk about it, it's one of the most anticipated things as well. I'm actually more excited for that than anything else. But I do want to get into the newer stuff way more. So, let's talk about the new maps. 9, or in Roman numerals 9, which is just the weird name, IX. But still, this map looks extremely interesting, okay? So the cinematic starts off, you're in that room, and they kind of get that gas thing in their face, their eyes go completely black, they wake up, they've traveled through time, and now they're in this Roman Colosseum kind of thing, It looks like they're in Sparta, it looks really cool. And then they kind of walk out, and then there's this guy, this, I don't know who he is, he's just in robes, and he's got this disc thing, puts the thing down, all the guys around him transform into zombies, and that kind of intrigues me, because I want to know what this is, because Jason Blundell has gone on record to say that this is a distinct story. This isn't the same. He said this. The way he said it, the way I can simplify it is, imagine this, okay? So, imagine you're watching a different channel on the same network. So, I still imagine in some way 115 will be involved, but things like The Shadow Man, Dr. Monty, none of that's going to be involved. I don't think anyway. I'm sure at some point in the timeline of these two, things, these will converge into one and just have one massive map, or at least two massive maps with different outcomes, which would be really interesting to see. But still, I'm getting off topic. 9 zombies. It looks as if we're going to be limited to gladiator weapons. As much as I don't actually think that's going to happen, because obviously there's a lot more to be revealed other than just the area we saw in the cinematic. I'm sure there's a lot more to that map than meets the eye. But could you imagine if you could only use swords and staffs in that map? And I think Mr. Rufflewaffles recently did a video where he showed that the staff, or a kind of staff, is actually going to be in this map. Probably, anyway. So, that's going to be really interesting, and I'm really excited to see what they're going to do. Because I love me some staffs and zombies. And if they're put into another map, in a different form, then oh baby, I'm down. But anyway, that's like mainly the gist of like what you can talk about. Also I forgot big fuck off spider zombie, that guy. But yeah, that's basically what you can talk about with 9 or IX or Roman 9. I don't know how you want me to say it. Like, we need to make a new name for this map that the community can just call it, because I'm sick of this name. But anyway, now we have the second map out of the 3. Voyage of Despair. This map piqued my interest because I want to think that this map takes place before 9, because, it looks as if the whole group, like, we get a whole introduction to the group. When we got the cinematic trailer for 9, we didn't actually get an introduction. We only got one, in the Voyage of Despair trailer, which is a zombie map based on the Titanic, mind you. That's awesome on its own. For like, what worries me about it would be how narrow, like, some corridors are going to be when playing that map, and how tightly cramped it's going to be. Like, that's not an issue in the end, but it's like, it's not to the normal zombies formula, I mean. Like, we're not really enjoying tightly cramped spaces. But anyway, forgive me if I sound really, like, mumbled, by the way. I've just been so ill recently. My body just shut down on me, essentially, and I'm still not 100%, but fuck it. But still, this map looks really cool, okay? These 2 maps look really cool anyway. They look promising, they look like they can bring a lot. And something I want to touch upon in this video would be one of the changes to zombies as well. Those would be the custom mutations. These are really cool features. Now, if you remember in Black Ops 2, you could go to the, I believe it was like a town, and you could change, like, you can disable Magic Box, which would be the mystery box, obviously. You could disable, I believe it was, I don't know if you could disable perks. I'm actually not 1000% certain if you could do that or not. You could change the round that you start at. You could change all this kind of stuff, and it was really cool. But for some reason in Black Ops 3, not only did they remove things like grief and, just like the small closed off versions or areas of the maps, they kind of just completely ignored that feature and pushed it out. Like, that didn't exist anymore, for example. And it's unfortunate, but it looks to be returning in Black Ops 4, which is really, really cool. And one of the mutations would be, you can change the difficulty of the map. You can change the zombie speed. You can change your own speed, apparently. You can change the rounds you're starting on. You can change your points you start with. And you can just change a hell bunch of stuff, which is really, really cool. And I can't wait to see what they do with that. Because we don't know if that's going to affect, the Blood of the Dead side of things. Of which my next video will be on, which is really cool. But yeah, I'm really excited for this, okay? And the callings, okay? The callings are really, really cool. So I think Jason Blundell kind of said on stage that the callings are like weekly to seasonal events in zombies that will like go down every now and then, which is really, really cool. And I really want to see more of that, like, in the future, because that's a really cool feature. This will bring people back to play. Like, the main reason people kept playing Black Ops 3 Zombies, in my opinion, was because when there was a double liquid diviniums, for example, people would try and grind it out. Like, grind to, like, round 20, open as many things as they can, just get all this. This gives a real incentive to play. This is probably like a challenge, okay? And if it has something to do with leveling up on zombies, which I imagine would be returning in this game, because in Black Ops 3 we could level up on the zombies mode as well with prestige, which is pretty cool. But anyway, that's mainly that's my kind of view on all of the zombie stuff. I'm really excited for it. I'm gonna have a completely separate video talking about Blood of the Dead, because like that can just fit a whole bunch of stuff in its own video anyway, and I don't want to drag this one out for like 20 minutes. But anyway, I've been Zombies. I'll see you in the next one. Check out my Twitter below. Peace. And thank you so much for watching.